Well, what in the world do we have? Y'all telling me big bad Kyren Lacy, big catch a body Kyren Lacy, the shooter, the number one shooter on LSU, and he don't play on the basketball team, Kyren Lacy, took himself out the game? Now, first of all, I just want to say rest in peace to the young man. Rest in peace to the young man. But when you live a lifestyle like this, only thing that could happen is negativity. The only thing that could happen is an unfortunate incident, just like the one that he was involved in. And now to put the icing on top of the cake, it's another unfortunate incident involving himself, where he deletes himself out of the game. And this ain't no NCAA. This ain't no Madden. This is the realest game that a game could get. Now, as you can see in that video, Kyren Lacy was no slouch on the football field. He was no joke. He was getting ready to be a first round draft pick. He was going up against the best DBs and he was beating them. He was annihilating them. Kyren Lacy had a bright future, which all came to a crashing halt, no pun intended, when he was involved in a vehicular homicide, speeding. I don't know if the man was under the influence of anything or not, but he was speeding. He was probably listening to some of this music that just makes you vibe, and that's not a vibe because you're not relaxed. It makes you amped up. This music is amping these kids up, and Kyren Lacy became a victim to that. Now let's get into how the young man could not stop pretending like he was clutching blicks. The young man wanted to kill somebody so bad. Why? You got a future, and your past might not look that great, but your future is so bright that it should overshadow most of that past. I don't know what happened to this young man, but he could not stop acting like he was clutching blicks, aiming them at people on the opposite team, and blowing people's brains out in his imagination in Call of Duty. He could not stop, and he ended up in a position of death, where he took a man's life, not in a way with a firearm, but with a vehicle. A complete disregard for life. And speaking of disregards for life, let's talk about how these young kids are doing these takeovers. This illegal street racing. These young kids grew up off that Fast and Furious movie, and now they won't stop getting up in and out of these lanes, swerving, doing all types of donuts, turns, and there's been so many incidents of death at these takeovers where they shut down the whole street. There's been incidents of death with illegal street racing. These people are out of their minds. This is not the time or the place. The amount of deaths that there are on the road is way more than the amount of gun violence. Driving crazy on the road is the same thing, if not worse, as waving a loaded gun around recklessly. It is insanity. These kids are insane. Somebody needs to put a stop to this. Trump, where you at? You need to put a stop to this. Now, the Twitter streets was saying that he was cooked when the news used a picture of the man that he killed with a dog, and the man was a Marine. He was cooked. He felt there was no way out. He took himself out the game.